Wander sits in a jail cell. He is back in Idaho, accused of killing young Michael Vaughan.
You're pure evil. You have no heart. You have no soul.
Wander is accused of murdering her then 5-year-old son in 2021. Would you think you'll ever get the answer as to why?
No, because there is no answer to why. Why would somebody hurt an innocent little boy? What answer could you give? What answer could you possibly give? How scared was he? Did he ask for me? Did he ask for Tyler?
Stacey Wander has been charged with first-degree murder and second-degree kidnapping and destruction of evidence.
Michael Monkey Vaughan went missing from his Fruitland neighborhood on July 27, 2021.
This is a criminal investigation.
Now, more than 4 years later, in newly unsealed court documents, Fruitland police named 4 people they believed are involved in Michael's murder. Those 4 names are ones we've heard before.
This is Sarah Wandra. This is Sarah's husband, Stacey Wandra. This is Brandon Shirtliff, Adrien Lucienne.
As for what these 4 people have in common, they were all staying at the Wandra's home when Michael disappeared in 2021. That's just half a mile from Michael's home where he was last seen. In the PCA, police pointed to video evidence they say showing Shirtliff walking around the neighborhood. They say Shirtliff helped move Michael's body in a duffel bag temporarily to his mom's home in Kuna before standing guard as they buried him in the Wandra's Fruitland backyard. Stacey Wander told police the 4 hoped to sell Michael for $10,000 each. He says the idea came from Adrien Lucienne. Idaho News 6 is now learning Lucienne was arrested and released in Indiana in October for a traffic-related misdemeanor. Sarah Wandra is currently serving time in the Idaho State Prison System for unrelated charges. She's eligible for parole in early 2026.
Karen, is there any connection between the Vaughan family and the home where police had been searching?
No, we've heard this more than once from the family representatives and from the police department that there is no connection between the Vaughan family and the home where this search took place.
As you know, from the time Michael went missing, this has been an all-hands-on-deck investigation, and it remains very active and an ongoing investigation. You can't take one of our most precious citizens from us and ever expect us to stop. During the course of this investigation to date, we received credible information that the remains of Michael Vaughan could be found in the backyard at 1102 Red Wing Street in Fruitland. As a result, the Fruitland Police Department obtained a search warrant for the residence along with the front and backyards. That search warrant was served on November 11th. It was a Friday. We served that late in the evening. Upon entry, officers encountered Sarah Wandra, one of the known occupants of the home, and Sarah was subsequently arrested based on probable cause that she had knowledge of Michael's death and failed to report that death to law enforcement. The following day, the Fruitland Police Department, joined by the Idaho State Police, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the Fruitland Public Works Department, began a very methodical excavation of the backyard of the Wandra's home. During that excavation process, the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue, Mountain States detection dogs deployed multiple certified human remains detection dogs on the property, all of them alerting to the presence of human remains. Ground penetrating radar was also used and deployed, detecting anomalies in the backyard. We completed the excavation of the entire backyard and removed over 250 yards of dirt. Prior to backfilling the yard, the dirt was meticulously sifted for any potential human remains. We did not find Michael's remains. Although the remains of Michael Vaughan were not recovered, we strongly believe, based on evidence, that Michael was abducted and is deceased, and that his remains were buried and later moved from the property. As of today, the whereabouts of his remains are unknown. However, the investigation is active, fluid, and ongoing. Once the excavation was complete, we conducted a thorough search of the Wandra's residence. The search was productive, and additional investigative evidence was recovered and is currently being processed.
An hour's worth of body camera footage showing Stacey Wandra FaceTiming with detectives and directing to where Monkey's body was buried in his backyard.
It's like right under that mound area.
It's right under the mound, about where at compared to the trees?
A little, like, right to the right of the trees area. It should be, it should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only have two colors.
Is the duct tape still gonna be over his mouth?
It should be.
Okay.
I didn't watch to take them off.
Okay.
So you should have everything intact as it was.
He claims he watched the burial happen.
Okay. How far down is Michael?
I don't know how far she actually dug.
And the she he's referring to, that's his wife Sarah, another suspect in the case. Stacy says Adrien, a third suspect, was also there for the burial.
Out of 300 homes, police say canines tracked Michael's scent to the home where Stacy, his wife Sarah, and their two roommates Brandon Shirtliff and Adrien Lucienne lived.
As Joe mentioned, a newly released probable cause affidavit filed in June lays out the interviews following Michael's disappearance. Again, during these initial searches, police say canines tracked Michael's scent to the fence line of the home where Stacy Wandra, his wife Sarah, and their two roommates, Brandon Shirtliff and Adrien Lucienne, lived. All four of those individuals have been named people of interest in Michael's disappearance. One of Michael's neighbors told police they saw Michael riding a bike outside of the Wandra's home the day that he disappeared. Another neighbor said they saw that same tricycle at the Wandra's home during a garage sale months before Michael disappeared. The Wandras initially denied any involvement, but then in November of 2022, Stacy asked to meet with investigators. The PCA states Stacy claims he was home the night Michael was allegedly abducted and saw Sarah carrying Michael into the house. Stacy allegedly told police it was Adrien's idea to take a child to sell for money, and they would get a $10,000 cut. Stacy claims Sarah told everyone to, quote, follow her lead. Stacy told investigators they took him to Brandon's mother's home in Kuna that night, where they left Michael overnight. Stacy claims the other three returned to Brandon's mom's house the next day and brought Michael back to the Wanderer's home in Fruitland. Stacy told police Michael was not alive, and Sarah and Adrien buried him in the Wanderer's backyard. 2 days after Stacy's interview with police, they executed a search warrant and excavated the Wanderer's backyard. The affidavit says cadaver dogs alerted to the same area where Stacy told detectives Michael's body was buried, but to this day, Michael has not been found.
Hello, everybody. So good to be here. So good to see everybody. Welcome into Missing PNW Crimes Revisited. My name is Samantha. Today is January 22nd, 2026. How the heck is everybody? I have missed you guys so much. Life has definitely happened. Life has definitely been crazy over here. Okay, who is here? Let's say hi to everybody. Positive vibes in the house. Thank you so much for coming. Opal, always so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. My beautiful moderator, Avi, is here. Thank you so much. I just love it when Opal leaves us a message in case nobody told you today you're loved, you're needed, you're alive for a reason, you're stronger than you think, you're going to get through this. Don't give up. Thank you so much, Opal, for that beautiful message. I love reading your messages. You have such a kind heart, and I just love having you here. Under Your Scars is here. Thank you for being here. Mama LP is in the house. I like that name. Thank you for coming in. Maud, I've missed you too. I've missed everybody so very, very much. McSporn is here. Thank you for coming and watching all the way from Scotland. My beautiful moderator got her name back. Hair Curlers and Crimes. So good to see you. Clever Phase is here. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, I've missed everybody. Missed everybody so much. Oh, Mama is in the house. Brandy says, thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you so much. You work so hard. Thank you again. Love the bonds. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for coming in. I love working on Michael's case. As unfortunate as it is, just love being able to do something for the family and know that, you know, whatever it is I'm doing helps put awareness out for Michael or could help in some way. Ashley Higgins is here. Thank you so much for coming in. Baby kisses in the house. Good to see you, hun. Brandy has another message here. Hey, everyone. I hope you are all well. Thank you for taking your time to be here for Michael. Please share this out to everyone. Share, share, share Michael's beautiful face, Michael's beautiful smile, his story. Share that there has been an arrest in Michael's case because Stacy Wandra was arrested. Who do we got here? Fave Auntie is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Brandy. Hope you are feeling better. Wishing you and your family the best, considering what you have been through. Sending love. Thank you so much for that. You know, the Bond family appreciates everybody that comes in, to anybody that is doing any kind of life for Michael. They know that it is so very important to keep Michael's name out there. Julie is in the house. Thank you for coming in. It's so good to see everybody. Let me see if I've missed anyone. Northern Light, thank you so much for being here. Big Oop is in the house. I love it. I hope you are doing well, Sam. Life has been life. It's been hectic. It's been crazy. We went on a vacation to go see my daughter up north. We went on another vacation to the beach. I got put on some medications for my diabetes that had my blood sugars going up and going down and down, 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 feeling very dizzy, not quite myself, slurring my words a lot. Medications are working good now. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't really been doing lives. But besides that, studying, researching, doing all of the things, because when there's not big things to report in Michael's case, I take the opportunity to stop a minute, do some research, find out some information. I had told everybody here that I was going to be putting out information about, you know, the fact that Stacy Wandra is saying that Adrien Lucienne's idea was to sell Michael and for all of them to profit $10,000, right? It's written in the new affidavit. And I wanted to do that research the best I possibly could to be able to bring it to you guys in a way to show that Adrien Lucienne claims that he has been set up, but his claims aren't making sense that he's been set up because there's too much pointing to his involvement. The fact that he was out the house that night, we see that in the probable cause affidavit because he's taken a selfie of himself close to 7:30 at night, right after Brandon and Sarah and Stacy have put Michael in the back of the truck to go to CUNA. and all of the horrible things that happened before that. The affidavit even says that Adrien Lucienne held the duffel bag open for Sarah and Brandon to put Michael into the duffel bag. So much to go over tonight, but yes, I have been missing in action, and I'm sorry for that. But if you guys have been around for a long time, this is kind of what I do. I'm not a creator that can, come up and do it every single day. There has to be stuff going on, but I really felt the need to come out, do a live, be here, say hi to everybody, and give you guys some of the new information that I've been working on lately regarding Adrien and some timelines and stuff. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Beverly Lawyer is in the house. Thank you so much. Yes, go, Fruitland Police. They are on it, aren't they? Oh my goodness. Northern Lights has gifted 5 PNW Crimes Revisited memberships. Thank you so much. It's time to do a little dance in our chair. If you got one of those memberships, please thank Northern Lights. Here we go. Let's dance. Thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it very much. And Nicole has been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. I just love all of our chats, and I just appreciate you so very much. Hope you are doing well. I am doing fantastic now. I have definitely had a lot going on. My oldest daughter's father-in-law got really sick. He was in the hospital for a long time. We actually thought we were going to lose him, and me and my husband are very close to my son-in-law's father. So that was also going on, but now he's home. Now he's doing better. That would be a whole new show that I could actually do about true crime, because we really believe that, those sick nurses that take care of people but aren't really taking care of them, they're trying to hurt them. Me and the family really believe that this person taking care of him, over medicating him, literally said, we're sending him home. He's going to go on hospice. He's going to die. Thank God he didn't go home, because once the doctor came back, looked at everything and was just like, are you serious? This man's been so over medicated. And it was a thing, you guys. Okay. I'm not joking when I could say I could probably do a show on it, but that's a little bit of the gist right there. But he is home. He's alive. And, it was very heartbreaking for me to see my son-in-law so down about his father being sick. They're like best friends. And we're just really happy that he's home and that he's okay, and that he's already talking about crabbing and salmon fishing and all of the things that he loves to do. So Northern Lights also became a member. Thank you so much for being a member. Let's dance. I really do appreciate that so very much. Thank you for coming in and being a member. It says that you're a new member, but I know you've been here for a while. Thank you so much for being here. Love you, girl. Oh my goodness. Yes, the monkey's in the house. It feels so good to be back, you guys. Oh. Opal got one of those gifted memberships. Thank you guys so much for being here. Rhonda's in the house. Thank you, hon. Oh my goodness. And Baby Kisses gifted another membership. Thank you so much. We're dancing again. I have the absolute best chat. Brandy's in the house. She says, so good to see everyone here. I am here listening. I am just not well. Sending you all love and light. She hasn't been feeling good. She's been going back and forth to the doctor. I won't share too much of her privacy because it has been very private, but she's just been having a lot of issues with swelling, and they're just trying to figure out what's going on with all the swelling, why it's happening, why there's so much of it. And yeah, liver's still doing good. She's still doing good in that aspect. As far as I know, I had a 2-hour conversation with Brandy a few weeks back. We talked about life. We talked about kids. We talked about Michael. We talked about rocks. I love crystals and rocks. She loves rocking. We just talked about life and talked about her health, and it was a great conversation. So I'm glad to see you here, Brandy. Thank you for being here and listening. I know you're always listening. It's good to have you here. Sorry you're not feeling well, hon. Wish I could figure out how to give memberships. Yep, I don't have a clue. I think you just go to the memberships. I don't know. Actually, do not know. I can't even tell you how to do it. I feel bad sometimes because everybody becomes a member, and then I know as members you guys expect a certain something from me, and when I'm doing a lot of lives I gain a lot of members, and then when I take a short break or even a couple months break or a few weeks breaks or whatever, I have a few members fall off, and I can't blame you. That's why I'm always saying I'm not here about the money. I'm not here for anything other than, you know, bringing awareness to Monkey, but I truly do appreciate those that become members, and, you know, the family that we have built here for these missing children. Maud is saying the $sign where the chat is where you type. Wherever you are typing in chat. I don't expect anything. I'm happy to be here. I feel the same way. I don't expect anybody to do anything. I do like subscribers, though. I will have to admit, I almost like subscribers better than I do the members, because it just starts bringing so much awareness to the kids, because the more subscribers I have, and that really reaches out to a lot of people. Always thank you for everything you do, Samantha. I just love you, Brandy girl. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. That sucks. You just gone through so much. I'm so sorry, honey. I'll be praying for you. Lots and lots and lots of prayers for you, for the family. Tell everybody I love them and I said hi. Let's see who else we have here. OG Nanny is in the house. Haven't seen you in a while, hon. Good to see you. Dukes is here. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, so many people. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk about Michael Joseph Vaughan. Michael, he was abducted July 27th of 2021 from his neighborhood. And there have been 4 named suspects: Stacy Wandra, Sarah Wandra, Adrien Lucienne, who we are going to be talking about today, and Brandon Shurtleff. Stacy Wandra has been arrested and charged, and he's going to be having a court hearing March 3rd through the 6th. His charges are for first-degree murder, kidnapping in the second degree, and destruction of evidence, and or concealment of evidence, according to the doc. And then we had just a few months ago, the district attorney put out something saying that they will be going after and charging all 4 named suspects. So even though we haven't seen other arrests, doesn't mean that Sarah, Adrien, and Brandon are going to get off scot-free. It's just not happening. If anybody has any information about Michael Vaughan's abduction, please call the Fruitland tip line at 208-642-6006, or you can email findmichael@fruitland.org. No tip is too big or too small. You could have information about his kidnapping. You could have information about his murder. You could have information because maybe you heard something from Stacy, Sarah, Adrien, or Brandon that makes you think that you need to talk to somebody about it. It could be not resting very easy on your shoulders and you just need to get it off your shoulders. You can remain anonymous. So please, if you have any information about Michael Vaughan's abduction or murder or any information regarding these 4 suspects, please call law enforcement. Again, the tip line phone number is 208-642-6006, or you can email findmichael@fruitland.org. Let law enforcement determine whether or not your tip is credible. You could think that it's nothing, but it could be the major missing puzzle piece that could put everything all together. There's still so much information out there that's unknown, even though they have built an amazing case and have so much evidence that Stacy Wandra's attorney had to ask for more time to go through all of the evidence. So again, please call in that tip. Michael Vaughan deserves to have justice, and justice has just now begun. Nada drama Nana. If I read your name too fast, I can't ever say it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sending love and hugs. Thank you so much. Let's dance a little bit for that super chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. If I've missed anybody, I am sorry. I'm a little rusty, I think. Justice has just begun, and there's so much that the family is going to have to do. There are going to be court hearings, court documents, working with the DA, working with attorneys. Family is going to find out information they may not know, which could be very difficult. I mean, we already have all of this information for the probable cause affidavit, and some of it, you're just baffled by it all. We had this suspicion, didn't we, that maybe the suspects wanted to try to sell Michael, and I talked about it in prior lives, but I always got very heated comments from people why I was talking about it. Well, it's a lot easier now for me to talk about, although I would have to say this is a scary situation for me. I have to really put a lot of thought into everything that I do, everything that I talk about, because let's face it, not only are these 4 suspects dangerous and violent people, but the people that they were working with, the people that were going to buy Michael and pay that $10,000 to each one of them, are very dangerous people. And when I first found out about this information, was asked and talked to about going live, I didn't feel like it was something I wanted to do because I had my granddaughter living here at the house with me, with my son. They're no longer living in the house, but a lot of thought has gone into this because there are very dangerous people. These Pope twins that I'm going to talk about on another live, not tonight, very dangerous gang members. The people that they know are very dangerous. And the man, Alexei, that I'm going to talk about tonight is also a dangerous man. And so sometimes me taking a break has also a lot to do with the thought process of how I'm going to do a live, how I'm going to put it together. Because I do fear for my safety sometimes after doing one of these lives. And it would make sense for me to do so. I've even had people tell me that I need to make sure that I am protecting myself, watching my back, but I refuse to be bullied into not talking about it by any of these gang members, by any of these people. I refuse to be silenced by anybody, whether my safety's in danger or not, because Michael Vaughan deserves justice. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Yes, hit that thumbs up button, please. Get this out there in the algorithm. Death by chocolate in the house. Longtime person or longtime subscriber. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry to hear you haven't been feeling well. I'm glad the meds are helping. Yes, me too. I am so glad. Have you heard any more from Misty? Thank you so much for the super chat. I've been talking on and off with Misty this entire time. I know that her and I were talking before Brandon got released. They have gotten back together. She has told me that she's pregnant again with Brandon's kid. Maybe I'll put all of those messages into something and let you guys hear it. She did bitch me out a little bit, said that she's been listening to some of my lives and that she really didn't like some of the stuff that I was talking about Brandon. But I kind of just told her, like, everything that I've said is true. Any of the contradictions that I have put out, I've used Brandon's own words. He's the one contradicting himself. I'm not making anything up, right? And I've kind of explained that to her. I have not really spoken to her since Brandon got out of jail, but I have been thinking about reaching out to her again. Hold on 1 second here. Okay, hold on a second. I don't know why. Honey, would you let Allie know that I'm on a live and that's why I haven't been able to answer the FaceTime? My grandson has been sick. My youngest daughter and her entire family all have influenza A. We have had to stay away from there. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. We always celebrate, always. But yeah, we have had to stay away from over there. So my dinners getting together with them every week has kind of been put on hold, and haven't seen them in a couple weeks because we just got back from vacation. Yes, please be careful. You can't advocate for Monkey if something happens to you. Nothing is going to happen to this girl, let me tell you. But thank you very much. I am very careful. I'll just put it to you that way. I'm very careful. I agree about safety, very understandable. Yeah. Yikes. Thank you for being here. What is this? Sweet Sativa, thank you for being here so much. Yeah, it's been a scary ride. You guys should have seen me after the one live I did on the Pope twins, which was, it's been over a year now. I didn't really want to leave the house or go anywhere for a few days. I was pretty shaken up. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, good grief. Yep, she's pregnant again, and they are back together. He really does have her fooled. All in all, I think that her heart is in the right place. She's just in love and naive. Yes, exactly. I almost feel sorry for her that she had the wool pulled over her eyes. Exactly. And I think that's why, I make sure to keep talking to her, because I do feel a little bit sorry for her. And I do feel, I don't know. I feel like she doesn't have very many good friends. So, of course, I want to be her friend. Thank you so much. And you too. Okay, you guys, I'm getting out of chat because I've missed you guys all so very much. I could stay in chat forever and just keep talking with you guys. Let's see. I don't understand why the others haven't been arrested. Is there a reason? Not enough evidence yet? Please help me understand. Well, first of all, thank you, Avery, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. I do believe that law enforcement does have their reasons of why they haven't been arrested yet. I think one of the reasons is they're still trying to find Michael. I think another reason is that they're still waiting for tips and more information to come in. I think they're waiting for Stacy and Sarah to talk even more, to dig the hole even bigger. I know that Fruitland is a very small city, and just having one suspect and the district attorney working on Stacy's case has to be taking up a lot of time. I couldn't imagine there being 4 of them all in Fruitland arrested, because you have to be able to, bring these charges ASAP, because everybody deserves to get, their charges, have their day in court and everything I'm losing my words here, but at a reasonable time. And maybe they can't do that, having all 4 suspects arrested at the same time. I do know the district attorney has said that they are going to go after all 4 suspects, I believe, when he says that. So I'm not sure exactly what the holdup is when it comes to the other charges. Basically, Sarah Wandra's already been charged. There's already a probable cause affidavit. I just don't think it's officially been arrested and charged in the sense of she's sitting there in jail for those charges like Stacy Wandra. But Adrien and Brandon will have their day. And Sarah, they will all have their day. I promise. All right. And then Brandy says, he is such a piece of shit. He doesn't have anything to do with his daughter, and a good thing. She has a good, loving family and a dad that protects her. You're such a piece of crap, Brandon. Rotten hell. Well, there you go. Brandy told you what she thinks about all that. Yeah. He doesn't see his daughter. It's sad. And then Brandy says, number 1 goal since the beginning is to bring Michael home. Fruitland Police Department and Mike Duke's office. All understand this. So, like I said earlier, One of the reasons definitely could be because they want Michael home. You know, it could be dragging out because they're still wanting to get one of the other three suspects to make a deal. And tell them where Michael is. Who knows? But we do know those charges are going to come. Time is on LA's side at this point. Exactly. And the more information they can get, the more tips that they can get, the more information they can get from anything coming in from other people with those tips or from any of the other suspects that want to roll on one another, the more information that they have, right? And they're all lying and they're all rolling on each other. You guys will see that tonight. Wood Chipper, thank you. Thank you for being here for Michael. Okay, let's get to it, you guys. So, first, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Adrien Lucienne wrote a song. He put it up on a SoundCloud and then he deleted it. And this is kind of like the stuff that Adrien does, not only with his TikTok, which we'll go over here in a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of his TikTok accounts, and he's done the same thing, post a bunch of stuff and then takes it down. Thankfully, people know who Adrien is. They are always looking for him. They're always looking for his fake accounts, and people have been able, including myself, to come up with information that has either been out there for a while or not been out there for a while. Some of the information you guys see tonight, you may have already seen, but I guarantee you some of this information, it was a first for me, so it's got to be a first for some of you also. I'm going to share my screen real quick because I want to play this song that Adrien wrote, because you guys know his claims of being set up, right? His claims of people out there are trying to hurt him, harm him, kill him, however you want to say it. Well, he talks about it, well, raps about it, sings about it, whatever you want to call it, in his song. This is it. Let me just pull this up. And let's go. Let's play.
Since my mama died, I lost so many tears down my face. I don't remember how many niggas I lost, but they all gone. Niggas I went to junior high and high school with, they no longer exist. It's the pain that I feel. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's the pain that I feel. Can you hear me? For all my friends, you might be gone but not forgotten. I still cry about you some days and wish I was on the phone with you. Matter of fact, I wish you was sitting right here for me. You was my best friend. I couldn't understand how you left me in the wind. It's a cold world. I know that friends get tricky and they turn to enemies. Man, I'm 34 and I'm feeling like I'm 23. But I'm not balling out in the court no more. Now I want to stay away from the court some more. I got set up just to let you know that the world is so cold. It be your friends and your family that try to get you going. They try to set me up and set me down. I can't understand why they try to put me down and tell people that I'm a bad person. All I really want is my kids and my family back. And I've never really been the same since my granny passed. I feel like, damn, where the world go? It's like it's spinning, but I can't go. Niggas want to see me dead for some shit that I didn't do. Niggas want to see me gone for some shit that was past due. And I'm just trying to be the man that I could be for myself. I tried my best to make it in LA, but they chewed me up and spit me out. Belly of the beast. It's hard to make it when everybody faking. It's hard to make it when everybody acting jaded. It's hard to make it when everybody want to be famous. I guess I'm shameless. It's for my niggas that's dead up in the grave. All my niggas working minimum wage like a slave just to get their kids fed. I understand it, I respect it, never neglect it. I'm just trying to be the best version I can be every day, in every way. Baby Dinks, you know I miss you, boy. Playing at the park and you always trying to hit your daddy in the face. Adrien Jr., you know I love you, boy. Stay focused and don't get mad on the court. Don't let the anger get in your way. And Adriana, you're growing up to be a beautiful angel. I can't wait to see you. And Tracy, I know you're growing up fast. Stay focused and stay on the right path. It's for all my loved ones out there. I love you so much, man. We live in a fucked up world, man.
So there is the song. He is sitting there talking about, people out there trying to kill him for some shit he didn't do. People out there trying to get after him for some stuff that was past due. I mean, the thing is Adrien Lucienne keeps talking about these people that want to kill him. Okay? The thing is, I've been asking myself for a very long time, why? Why do people want to go after Adrien? And something dawned on me within just the last couple of weeks, because nobody's going after Stacy. Nobody's going after Sarah. Nobody's going after Brandon. Why is that? I believe that the reason why people are going after Adrien is because Adrien has the information that could get the others involved in trouble, put in prison, you name it. Like Stacy says in the affidavit that this was Adrien's idea. So if it was Adrien's idea and he set up everything, then he knows the people that contacted the people that were going to buy Michael. That's what Stacy's claiming, that they were going to sell him, that they were each going to make $10,000. So is that why people are after Adrien? Because Adrien knows, has specifics, and can get the rest of these people thrown in prison if he talks. And we have, like in one of his messages that I have shared on here before, he says, I'm not going to say anything unless they say something. So he's keeping his mouth quiet. He is going all over the country. And here is another deadbeat dad. Even though he's rapping about his children and everything else, his friend Jay tells me on the live that you guys heard when I played the recording that he has like 5-6 kids all over the United States and he doesn't see any of them. But here he is putting up a song referencing to Michael and his abduction and these people wanting to come after him, but then turn around and deletes it, just like other things. I do truly believe that Adrien has information, more information, and I know it now for a fact. That will be in another live because I have information about Adrien and the Pope twins that I am just shocked because I had never heard that information before. But I want to get into this. This is Adrien Lucienne's TikTok. We all know that Adrien is into fashion. But what I don't understand is why Adrien Lucienne posts about certain things. You see Adrien Temple Lucienne. I'm just showing this because I want to be able to prove to people that say, how do you know that that's Adrien Temple Lucienne? These are the things that he is posting up on this particular TikTok. And I found one of them to be quite strange. And it was pointed out to me by somebody else that I work with. And I was just like, what? That is strange and very unusual. And she ended up doing a TikTok about it. And I got the information because he posts a picture of a black garbage bag with Balenciaga logo on it. This was in 2023. 3/22 of 2023 when he posted this. And I believe it was around 2022, 2023, that Balenciaga got in trouble. Trigger warning here for everybody for what I'm about to put up. Some very strange and unusual things, because, I mean, what is Adrien trying to say here when he puts up a garbage bag with Balenciaga on it? We know he likes fashion, but a black trash bag with a fashion brand known to have disturbing content related to child abuse? This is just a circling here down at the bottom that this is Adrien Lucienne's account. Balenciaga apologizes for ads featuring Bond, Edge, bears, and child abuse papers. Do you guys remember this? Yes, it is linked to kids stuff. Warning. It's just strange. Brand admits grievance errors after backlash to campaigns that included images of children holding teddy bears with, let's let you guys look at the picture. I'm trying not to get myself in trouble on YouTube right now. Balenciaga, this is their gift shop. I have blocked out the little girl's face here, but look what she has here. It's a teddy bear. And it has the Bond Edge stuff on it. Here's another close-up of another little girl holding a teddy bear with the same kind of outfit on. And then here, Shop campaign, a series of portraits of children by Italian photographer. It included girls holding handbags in the form of plush bears wearing mesh vests and Bond Edge harnesses, which first appeared in the brand's spring 2023 catwalk show. Are you serious right now? I remember this so very clearly because me and my daughter just absolutely went crazy when this stuff came out. I couldn't believe people weren't freaking out more about it, and that Balenciaga wasn't completely just shut the frig down. Like, how in the hell could they even still be surviving as a fashion clothing line or anything once they'd done that? Those little girls' faces are out there forever. And those were two out of a lot of pictures, you guys. It is disgusting what this world has came to. Disgusting. But here's Adrien Lucienne's TikTok. And he is got this Balenciaga thing, trash bag. And the other thing is, it reminds me of when Adrien used a profile picture of a man, which I'm going to talk about next. I'm even going to show you guys, of a man who was accused of assaulting two little girls. Yes, you heard it right. Adrien Lucienne changed his profile picture to a man accused, charged, and served time for assaulting two little girls. Here, to KTVP in 2024, Wandra said he was not home during the burial of Michael Vaughan. I just know that I wasn't around for any of it, Wandra said. In the body camera footage, Wandra said he saw Michael's body. He should be wrapped in a garbage bag, Wandra said. White or black. In KTVB's interview, Wandra said he didn't know what Michael looked like. So you have Adrien Lucienne. Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on 1 second. You have Adrien Lucienne posting the Balenciaga thing and showing a black trash bag. I have no idea what Adrian's thinking at this point. Not only is it a black trash bag, which Stacey Wandra says is used in Michael Vaughan's abduction, murder, and that he was buried in that. But then you have Adrien posting it and then the Balenciaga thing on top of it. And you know, he's got all of this satanic, it's just really crazy. And it gives me the creep. Here is that clip by KTVB. I want to play that for you guys. At least this part.
Over a year later, in January of 2024, he told KTVB he knew nothing about Michael's disappearance and wasn't even home when Michael went missing.
I just know that I wasn't around for any of it.
In the body camera footage recorded by police, he says he saw Michael's body.
It should be, it should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only had two colors.
Is the duct tape still going to be over his mouth?
It should be.
Okay.
I didn't watch to take them off.
That's why that was put in at the end of the clip, just to show that even Stacey Wandra talks about there being, a white or a black trash bag. And now I'm going to show you, because it's like, what is Adrien trying to tell us? And why does he do these really strange things when it comes to let's see. I'm going to share my screen here. This is another thing. This is Adrien Lucienne, his AKA Hickey McGuire account, and this is the picture that he changed it to. Why did Adrien Lucienne, AKA Hickey McGuire, change his profile picture to Vincent Margera? He was also known for Don Vito, who was arrested for inappropriately touching two 12-year-old girls and later convicted of sexual assault on one of them. Adrien, do you care to explain yourself? Vincent Rohr Margera, commonly known as Don Vito, was an American reality television star. On August 18, 2006, Margera was arrested for suspicion of inappropriately touching two 12-year-old girls. Margera was found guilty on 2 counts of sexual assault on a minor and acquitted on 1 count. December 2007, Margera was sentenced to 10 years of probation to be served in Pennsylvania, which happens to be Adrien Lucienne's current location. Why? And it was his current location in Pennsylvania when he posts that. Is he posting this crap and using them for like innuendos to other predators out there? Is this how he's trying to get in contact with them? I don't know. But to me, it's very suspicious that he posts, that he's using a profile picture of that man and a trash bag with Balenciaga on it. I just don't get it. I don't. And no one will ever be able to get me to understand it. Okay. And now I want to go over this is another one of Adrien Lucienne's TikToks. This is Alexei. I'm only going to try to pronounce his last name once, but I believe it goes something like Pnwcrimes or Kine. We're just going to say Alexei. This is Alexei. Adrien and Alexei have been friends for a long time. They had got to know each other in the Twin Falls area, Jerome, Idaho area, when Adrien Lucienne was going to college in Twin Falls for basketball at CSI. So I'm introducing you. This picture of Alexei was actually taken or posted up for the first time July 7th, 2021. So just 20 days before Michael was abducted. He's got a tattoo on his arm. He's got THC written on his chest. Bad tattoo. But this is Alexei again. And these are children, young boys. I have taken out their faces. They are all holding up above their head automatic GUNs. Why would anybody use this as a cover photo? This is Alexei's cover photo in 2019. Yeah, Rogue, you're here. Hi, good to see you. Oh man, I missed almost an hour. I had company. I will re-up membership as soon as I can. Much love to the Vaughan family. Thank you, mods, chats, PNW. You know what? We're actually just really getting into this, so just stick around, Rogue. Just stick around. But why would anyone post a bunch of young boys holding GUNs up above their head? Kind of crazy to me. He's not a good guy, you guys. This is Adrien Lucienne, old TikTok account. And it says here, good setup, but God got me. He is now going to go into being set up on this TikTok by throwing Alexei under the bus on his TikTok. He puts a picture up of Alexei's face holding a GUN. Then he shows full body Alexei. We'll get into each one of these posts because I have each one separately on here. And how Adrien, is throwing Alexei under the bus for being involved in Michael's abduction and talking about being set up. This is Alexei holding up a GUN. I don't know if it's a real GUN or if it's an air gun, but Adrien posts this. And after he posts it, he starts getting into conversations with Alexei. Alexei takes a picture of himself and says, "Can't wait to see you," and sends it to Adrien in a message. And then Adrien says, dumbass, you tried it though. You also tried to kill me. I hope God has mercy on you. You did all this for what? Hope whoever put you up to this paid you good. I'm going to get to my phone so that I can read this stuff from my phone, because it is so hard to read it from my computer. Let me get it pulled up here. Adrien goes on to say, we're talking about a little boy and you're trying to kill me. This ain't snitching. You playing with my life and others. Hope you receive instant karma. Lame. So Adrien takes the picture that is sent to him by Alexi that says, can't wait to see you, and then makes a comment on this TikTok. And again, all of this ends up being deleted afterwards. So he throws them out there, throws them under the bus, says all of this crazy stuff, and then deletes it all from the TikTok. Here is something else he says, because after talking to Alexi takes his TikTok down, and Adrien says, you see, he deleted his page immediately. Stop trying to find clues from someone who knows nothing other than I was set up to live there, and they tried to kill me with carbon monoxide. So let me get my name and image back. Here is Adrien saying, I was set up to live there, and they tried to kill me by carbon monoxide. What? They tried to kill me by carbon monoxide. They set me up to live there? And we're going to get deeper into that. Thank you, Mrs. T, so much for your super chat. Thank you, Sam, for being an advocate for Monkey. Thank you, Ms. T, for being here. Let's dance in our chairs for amazing super chat. I appreciate you so much, Mrs. T. You've been here for such a long time. Thank you very much. But here you have Adrien saying he was set up to live there. This is some stuff I hadn't heard before. Like, what? Now you're saying you were set up to live there. And then he posts a conversation that he's having with Alexi. Alexi says, you have no soul, bro. And Adrien says, you set me up and I have no soul? Ha, ha, ha. And Alexi says, yep. And the only thing, and I put the yep here and tried to zoom in just to see and show you guys this is Alexi. That's that picture of him holding up the GUN. I know it's super, super blurry. I'm sorry for that. But just to give you guys an idea, because I like coming with receipts and showing everybody, like, this happened. This is what was said. Thank you so much, Wood Chipper. Thank you so much for giving a membership. If you have received this membership, please thank Wood Chipper. I appreciate you so much, hon, and I appreciate all of our conversations and all of our sharing of materials and everything else. Let's dance. Thank you so, so much. And then you have Adrien say, I pray they find Michael Vaughan. I was set up by this guy. He's talking about Alexi. I was set up by this guy. Because in this post, there's also a picture of Alexi up above it, but I wanted you guys to be able to see what he wrote. And also, they tried to kill me by carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm a God-fearing, loving person. I pray they find him. I'm not about to play with these Idaho people, bruh. Set me up. And then he hashtags Fruitland, Adrien Lucienne, explore page, TikTok viral. Adrien is trying very hard here to get somebody to listen to him. He wants people to see who's involved, I guess. I mean, he's literally throwing this guy up, saying, this guy set me up to live at the Wanderer's house. This guy set me up, tried to kill me. And there's so much more. Because I have read a lot of these, but not all of them. Adrien Lucienne says here in a post underneath some a TikTok, stop the madness. I know y'all want me to be a part of this so bad, but I literally know nothing about the little boy. But I do know that the Wanderers are crazy. I don't know nothing other than I was set up to live there by a white boy, and they tried to kill me by carbon monoxide while I was living there. In the other one, Adrien makes it sound like he was set up by Alexi. And when he says, I was set up to live there by a white boy and they tried to kill me by carbon monoxide while I was living there, I'm starting to wonder, was Alexi around, or is the white boy who brought Adrien there Brandon Shirtliff? Again, we have talked about how Adrien got to Idaho, how they brought him there. We have heard that that could have been a Craigslist ad, because Brandon said something about a Craigslist ad, and that Sarah and Adrien met each other through Craigslist, and that's how he came to live there. But here you have Adrien saying he was set up to live there by a white boy and they tried to kill him by carbon monoxide while he was living there. Why would they want him gone? What did Adrien know? And then it gets a little deeper. All you fake news bloggers, get facts before you speak on my name. And I said it was a setup for me to live with the Wanderers. I know nothing about the little boy. I never seen him at all while I was there, but I do know this guy set me up to live there. Wanderers were 20 minutes away from my son's house, so Miss on the BS setup.com. There's so much to this, okay? I want to break it down for you. First, he says that he's set up to live at the Wanderers. So somebody brought him to the Wanderers house. Was it Brandon or was it this Alexi guy? Okay? I know nothing about the little boy. I never seen him at all while I was there. But the probable cause affidavit says that Michael was put into a duffel bag and that Adrien held it open. We know that Adrien took a selfie of himself, according to the probable cause affidavit, shortly after they left with Michael to go to Kuna. We know that because of the probable cause affidavit, that Stacy, Sarah, Brandon, and Adrien were all in the neighborhood at the time of Michael's abduction. This is all information being able to take from their phone pings, all this and that phone information, okay? And then, but I do know that this guy set me up to live there. Wanderers were 20 minutes away from my son's house. Adrien went to Applebee's on July 27, 2021, the day that Michael was abducted. There have been sources that have spoken to Adrien's baby's mama, and I am telling you, he never saw his son but that one time. Period. That's it. That's all. So the fact that he's sitting here trying to claim that he was 20 minutes away from where he was staying at the Wanderers, trying to claim that the reason he was there was so he could see his son, is absolute bullshit. He saw his son once. That's it. That's all. So Adrien, again, tell me how you were set up. Tell me you were there to visit your son, even though someone you knew brought you to the Wanderer's house. Well, what did they tell you, Adrien? How did they set you up? Hey, man, I got a way for you to be able to make some money. You want to come stay at the Wanderers? Maybe we can do a little bit of prostitution. Maybe we can, kidnap a child and sell them for money. Adrien, you're saying this person brought you there to set you up, whether Brandon or this Alexi, but I think that there was very nefarious stuff going on in the first place, even to get you there. So this whole, you set me up, I did nothing wrong, I'm the black man in Idaho and I'm going to get in so much trouble. Come on, it's all a crock. You don't want anybody to think that you had anything to do with this, right? You're just trying to weasel your way out. I remember that the probable cause affidavit says you hid in a closet when law enforcement came to the house to talk to all 4 suspects. You're actually a bigger coward, I think, than Brandon. The way you hid in the closet, the way that you claim you were set up, the way that you claim you didn't know who Michael was, you never saw him. Well, Stacy Wanderer says you held the duffel bag open while Michael was put in the duffel bag. So there's that. And what kind of a man stands in a bathroom and takes a selfie of himself after just seeing a child put into a duffel bag? That is cold-hearted, straight up cold-hearted, Adrien. Okay, let's move forward. Adrien Lucienne. Really? Oh, hey, you're not the only one that has to pay the piper for trying to kill me. You had a combo with the twins. They were supposed to kill me in Portland. This is huge. I had never seen it before. I've always wondered to myself, how did the Pope twins get mentioned? When did Adrien throw them under the bus? When can I find something where Adrien's actually talking about the twins? And here it is. Adrien mentioning the Pope twins and that they were supposed to kill him in Portland. Because there's this trip that is taken a couple of weeks after Michael Vaughan's abduction, where all 4 suspects travel. And then he wants to even say he was set up. He was set up and that the twins were supposed to hurt him in Portland. But he also says, you're not the only one that has to pay the piper for trying to kill me. So he's telling Alexi, you've tried to kill me by carbon monoxide. And Alexi had a conversation with the Pope twins. So Alexi is talking to the Pope twins, and now all these guys want to come after Adrien. Why? Well, I talked about that earlier. Because I believe that Adrien knows, not only, maybe even knows more than just the people that were going to help sell Michael. Maybe he even knows who was going to buy Michael. Because he's brought there for a reason. Do you guys really think that Adrien Lucienne's coming to live with the Wandras for no other reason other than I'm just going to go to Idaho, kick it with some people I don't know, and I'm going to see my son while I'm there? No. Adrien Lucienne's about drugs, about money. He does have ties to human trafficking, and I will prove it to you guys that he does. And he has ties to drugs. Brandy Vaughan here says, Adrien Lucienne, if you believe you were set up, why are you still hiding from me? Why won't you have a decent human conversation with me if you are afraid of law enforcement or the repercussion? Exactly, Brandy. If he was set up, why isn't he talking to law enforcement? Why is he avoiding you? He wants to put out this information on his TikTok. He wants to put on a SoundCloud a song that has mention of the people coming after him regarding Michael Vaughan's case. He wants to come over to my Facebook that is only for Michael Vaughan. Come in, post a little heart, and then come back months later and deletes it. Well, I took all the screenshots. And then he wants to post about Balenciaga, who we all know has disturbing content related to child abuse, and then wants to change his profile picture. So he has all these very strange and unusual things going on, all of these fake profiles, all catfishing men. We have a young lady who came forward that said he wanted to use my picture and try to get me to do some prostitution while he was here in Idaho. I've shown that information before. But he claims that he was set up. You might as well go hide back in a closet, Adrien, because we don't believe you. Because if you were really set up, you would go talk to law enforcement. You would talk to Brandy. You would tell somebody what happened. Wouldn't you? Guess not. So that is him mentioning the Pope twins. We'll get into the Pope twins another time. But now you guys have seen Adrien mentioning the twins. He brings them up. He throws the Pope twins under the bus. He's now saying they're trying to hurt him. And then Adrien says, did y'all really kill that baby boy? Or did y'all just like relocate him somewhere else? Y'all so effed up, yo, for harming kids. What the F? Adrien Lucienne here literally is asking Alexei if he hurt Michael. Or did they relocate him somewhere else? And then says, you guys are so effed up for harming kids. And I have shown other messages where he talks about the Wandras trafficking kids. He even talks about relocating him. If Adrien Lucienne wasn't around when they moved Michael's body, how does Adrien Lucienne know that Michael was relocated? Or is he trying to insinuate here that Michael was still alive and they just relocated him somewhere? But then why would that be if he says, y'all so effed up, yo, for harming kids? He's saying harming, right? He's saying that he was killed in the top of this message. Again, messages I've never personally seen. It's so damn disturbing to hear all of this stuff come out of your mouth, Adrien, when you're claiming to be set up. You have so much information to share, obviously, and yet you won't share it with the right people. Law enforcement. For the enemy I pray for you and your heart. May God show you the truth. It's so sad all you false news bloggers be trying to solve shit with no concrete evidence, but I have proof. I was framed and almost killed in that house, silly. Again saying he was almost killed in that house, and he has proof. Where's your damn proof, Adrien? Show your proof. Go to law enforcement. Go talk to Brandy. Show your proof. You're out here messaging people. You're saying that you are this God-fearing man, even though you have 666 and Satan on your neck and all of that kind of stuff, which is really kind of creepy. And then all of your profiles. If you are a God-fearing man, aren't you fearing God now that you're not coming forward and telling the family everything you know, or telling law enforcement everything you know about a 5-year-old boy who was abducted and murdered? Because if you have proof, Adrien, that Michael Vaughan was abducted, who did it, why, how, any of that information, you should be coming forward. Then there is this. Hold on one second, because I want to get. And like I said, these are all coming from this TikTok and conversation he had with Alexi, or at least he thought he was talking to Alexi. I am trying to find. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, I know I have it. Oh. Well, I guess I will try reading this one from here. Turn yourself in, bro, before your people take shit in their own hands. This again is Adrien Lucienne talking to Alexi. This is one of the posts that he put up on his TikTok, because once you get knocked, you telling they gonna slam you dumbass for all this shit. Stupid effing lame A, all right? And then it says, want to take the L, call Miss Renee. And he talks about calling Miss Renee and taking the L. Me, I wasn't so whatever on the slang of taking the L, and had to look it up. So Adrien saying take the L signifies defeat, a mistake, or what things didn't go as planned, and used to acknowledge something that didn't work out. So basically, the internet slang meaning is to accept the loss, failure, or setback. So Adrien Lucienne is telling Alexi, take that loss, take the L, and go see Miss Renee. Now, we've talked about Renee Morrison. She is also went to Jerome High School. She was a booster mom for CSI College, where Adrien Lucienne played basketball for college. And her being a booster mom, her job was to basically do fundraising and stuff like that, but she didn't. Renee slept with Adrien, slept with other boys. When I played the recordings that I had with my conversation with Jay, he even talked about, oh yeah, you did your homework. You know about Miss Renee. You know that she was sleeping with all the guys on the college basketball team, buying them shoes, buying them food, buying them clothing, giving them money, and getting them into some really shady stuff. And this is where Adrien Lucienne's life, along with Nate Miles' life, another boy that she took advantage of that is still friends on Facebook and is also into drugs. She ruins the lives of so many of these boys at college. And the fact that Adrien tells Alexi to go talk to Miss Renee, he's basically implying many, many times that Renee helps protect whatever's going on. And Alexi calls Miss Renee his mom. They're very, very close. And Renee calls her mom, and then Adrien knows Renee's involvement in everything that's going on, and that's why he tells Alexi to go to her to get that protection, to get that help. And I'll go into more of what I know about Alexi at another time. Or Miss Renee. Thank you guys all for being here. So many people. And thank you so much, Nicole, for gifting 5 memberships. If you guys got these memberships, please, please, please thank Nicole for them. Really appreciate you, hon, for being here. Nicole, it was very kind of you. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate so many of you. I feel blessed to have you all in my life. I truly do. Thank you guys so much. And I'm sorry, I get all wrapped up when I'm talking, so I'm not over here inside the comment section. Just know I'm like looking. But let's go over, like, she's a booster mom for the college. This is one of Alexi's posts from his Facebook, because he updated his cover photo, and Renee is the woman down at the bottom, and then there's that arrow going down to Alexi, and that's taken there at the college. Look how young those boys are, and she's just taking advantage of them. This is a message I received from somebody. I know who Renee is. She was my booster mom at CSI, and she was known to have S relations with the men on the basketball team. Well, this person says men, but should be saying boys, just saying. To me, they were young boys or young men. The definition of a booster: a person is considered a booster once they have made a financial donation or assisted in the recruiting or providing benefits to student athletes, and the status is permanent. Rules on contact with recruits. Boosters can attend a prospect's games but cannot contact the students, athlete, or their family. So she's not even supposed to be in contact with these boys. They can report potential recruits to the coaching staff. However, rules in contact with current athletes. Boosters cannot provide benefits or special favors to current student athletes that are not available to all students. They're allowed to give occasional meals. And then let's go on. and do things for them, like on special occasions, like maybe a birthday cake or something. Responsibilities and activities of a booster mom, basically fundraising, volunteer and support, communication, acting as a liaison between the coaching staff and other parents to ensure information is shared. She is supposed to be there for these boys, help them along their way, so that they can, go big time. Adrien Lucienne was going to be a huge basketball star. Instead, has S with them, is buying them things and getting them into god-awful stuff. This is a SoundCloud by Adrien. Again, something he posts, then deletes. Sugar-free, somebody finna find out. Shout out tonight. They set me the F up edition 2023. And then, of course, he uses his little heart with his arrow. That's one of Adrien Dumb's things. That's what he uses on several of his fake profile accounts. But then here he is again talking about being set up. And this was him coming into the Michael Vaughan Facebook group that I run, Doing the Heart. This is under his Hickey McGuire. I'm just going to let this play through. But he came in to the Michael case, revisited. He visited, and then Michael Vaughan visits, and then it says participation, and that there was none because he came and he deleted it. Yeah. Sleeping with them was not in the booster description. Absolutely, it was not. Now, he talks. Well, before I get into that, let me just post this. This is Adrien Lucienne's dad in a conversation with Frank. He will get in a lot more trouble if he conceals anything and keeps running. Help me clear your son's name. And Frank says, yes. What are the options of a person of any other ethnicity that are involved in such a situation, especially in America, to do? If he testifies, he is dead. If he doesn't, he is dead. You will never understand, but karma doesn't miss anyone. You got that right, Frank. Karma doesn't miss. Karma sees that your son is playing games, and karma will end up getting him in the long run, because your son, Frank, will be charged with Michael Vaughan's abduction and murder. And as you can see here, if he testifies, he's dead. If he doesn't, he is dead. And what's this? If he testifies, he's dead. Well, that's because if he gets charged, he could possibly get the death penalty. If he doesn't, he's dead. Well, that's because people are chasing him because of the information. I believe, that's my personal opinion, hasn't been told to me by Brandy or anybody else that has any kind of inside information. I am personally starting to believe that Adrien Lucienne has information that could put away a lot of people. And I believe that's why they're all after him. And of course, because he goes on these rants, right? Putting out people's name, throwing people under the bus. Well, they're gang members. They're people trying to help sell a child. These aren't people to be messing around with. If you know information that could get them in trouble, yeah, Adrien, they're probably coming after you. You'd probably be safer in prison. Just saying. Tell somebody what you know. Stop running around on the streets being homeless, trying to sleep in a bus down in Indiana. Get your ass into law enforcement. Let them put the cuffs on you and put you away. Just my opinion. And then yeah, under your scars, you got to live with yourself. And then I want to talk more about Adrien Lucienne saying that a white boy brought him to the house and set him up. Is he talking about Alexi? Is he talking about Brandon Shirtliff? Why did Brandon Shirtliff on JLR talk about Adrien flying in on an airplane? He didn't say anything in the beginning about him being found behind a dumpster like Sarah and Stacy have talked about. Like Stacy kept running around telling everybody, this story about him being found behind a dumpster and they were just trying to be good people and let him come and stay. Well, Brandon said to me, Sarah and Adrien met on Craigslist. Is that him deflecting away from the fact that he may have been one of the people that brought Adrien to the house? Because he talks about it on JLR. I want to play this clip real quick.
Where's he from?
I think he's from California somewhere.
So, but how did he get up there? Like, how did he end up there in Idaho?
He just flew in from California to come see his son and his old girlfriend or whatever.
But where did Sarah meet him? Like, how does she know him?
I don't know. I think he just randomly called their phone one day from the airport and said, can you give me a ride from here to there or whatever? And that's probably how those two met.
Does that even make sense? Adrien Lucienne just, has Sarah's phone number to call her and say, hey, can you come get me? And I'm going to come live with you too. Adrien Lucienne flies into Idaho for a reason. Obviously, he said it within his own words that he was brought to Idaho to live with the Wanderers because he was set up. And Brandon seems to know that Adrien Lucienne flew in to Idaho and was never behind a dumpster.
Yeah, because, obviously, Sarah, according to this arrest affidavit, she's claiming that this Adrien guy helped bury Michael in her yard. That's what she said, according to the arrest affidavits, or the neighbors. She also said the neighbor's yard, too.
Right.
So people are wondering, who's Adrien?
Yeah, he's just some kid that came here from California for a little bit to visit his son and his old girlfriend.
Did he get arrested at all?
No, he didn't get arrested or talked to or nothing.
So,
no, they were just looking for Adrien while at the same time they were looking for Brandon, but Brandon ran to his dad's and Adrien took off to never be seen in Idaho again.
How long was he there at their house for?
He was only there for a week up to 2 weeks, top.
So Brandon here saying a week to 2 weeks. He told me on the live that I had with him, it could have been a few weeks, maybe even a month. We've heard Stacy say, it was a couple weeks prior. It was a month prior. We've heard Stacy say it was a couple months, and then when he's on the live with Brandy here on my channel, he tells Brandy it was April, May or something. So remember that. Stacy Wander says April or May, because I'm getting to a point here and I just want you guys to see, because I have a lot of questions about Adrien Lucienne being at the Wanderer's house when he got there and what else happened.
After Michael went missing.
After Michael went missing, I'm pretty sure he was there for couple days after that as well.
Okay, so he was there about a week and a half prior to Michael being missing. Then Michael went missing, and then a couple days later, he goes back to California.
I think so, yeah.
Do you know where in California?
I have no idea.
And about.
So Justin brings me up on Clutch Them Pearls. I'm there with him. We're interviewing Andrew. We're talking with Andrew. We have talked about it several times. Brandy even tried to talk to Stacy Wander up on my panel about when Adrien got there, because she mentions the fact that Adrien had like a court hearing a few days prior to Michael being abducted. So when did Adrien actually get there? Do you guys all remember that? Because she was like, how can he be in Idaho if he had a court hearing in California on the 24th of July? So here is Andrew talking about something that he witnessed, something that he saw happen at the Wanderer's house. And then through that, me and Justin put together who Andrew's actually really talking about.
Kidnapping people. And when she said that to him, it kind of was like, it's almost like he went along with it, but it didn't seem like he was passionate about it like she was. Like, oh, yeah, I guess so. Or, yeah, that's kind of crazy. After he had said that, I'm not sure if she took his response as like an out of tone or whatever, but she pulls a gun from the side of the couch and pistol whips him in the head. Falls over and his head's bleeding because she doesn't roll. Or I think it hit him in the nose, like at the top of the nose. And he's bleeding on the ground and he's asking her, why did you do that? And that's when she starts cussing at him. I'm looking at Stacy and I leave.
You don't know who the guy was there in the house with?
He was a black male, but I didn't know him.
I was wondering if it could have been Adrien.
The only thing that I do remember specifically was he had tattoos. That was for sure. Like I knew he had tattoos, but I would probably recognize him.
So I just took a bunch of clips from the conversation that we had with him, so it wasn't 15, 20 minutes long, of him starting to talk about who this person was. He was saying it was a black person. Then he was like, oh, yeah, he had tattoos. And then Justin realizes, oh, wow.
Yeah, if I saw him again.
Oh, my God. I did not know he had that many tattoos for some reason.
Oh, yeah, he's full of them.
Yeah, that's him. That's right, but it would have been with longer hair at the time. That's
Yep,
how I
he had
knew.
longer hair, and it wasn't
Yeah, from
braided
the
at the time.
neck tattoos. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Yep.
Oh wow.
that's what I remember. But I never saw the hairline one because he had much longer hair. The same build. He was a very slender guy too, for sure.
This kind of tells me, Samantha, that I believe Adrien was there longer than he said.
The suspects in the case have said it was a week prior, 2 weeks prior, 3 weeks prior, a month, 2 months. So they've lied and lied and lied. And law enforcement, from what I understand, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not privileged to all of the information. I don't want to say they don't know that because they very well might. But from what I have understood, they haven't been able to figure it out. And that was a while back ago. So do you remember around the time that you saw Adrien at their house when this incident occurred?
I think it was at least 3 months before this Michael Vaughan thing happened.
Well, see, Michael Vaughan went missing the end of July 2021.
Okay, so it would have been like April.
So here you have him say April, and we've heard Stacy say April, May. And then when I'm being given a bunch of different screenshots from people, I'm looking, I'm finding information, I'm researching, I find this picture. It's Adrien Lucienne, Las Vegas, Nevada, and this is in March 1st of 2021. Adrien Lucienne is flying. Is he flying to Idaho? I don't know, because after me and Justin got done talking to him, he actually went through his paperwork and everything else because he was given Stacy Wandra jobs and everything and had kept all the receipts from his jobs and everything, he was able to go back and say he believed it was sometime in March or April that he was there, that he witnessed Adrien get pistol whipped by Sarah. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this, but there's an actual screenshot of Adrien Lucienne flying in March of 2021. Is he going to Idaho? I don't know. But how would even Adrien being out on the streets afford a plane ticket? And Las Vegas could have been like a layover place before going to Idaho. I don't know. I am purely speculating here. But when I saw the date March 1st, 2021, and then we're hearing he was there months prior, and then you have Brandy talking about this court hearing that Adrien had a few days before Michael's abduction. Did he leave, go down to California, and then come back to Idaho? I don't know if that's what he did. But if he did go down to California, did he use his court date as an alibi to be down there? Was he taking care of any kind of nefarious, information or things that need to be taken care of before they abduct a child, trying to dot the I's and cross the T's? Again, purely speculating here, but did Adrien leave Idaho, go to California, and come back, and then just a few days later, Michael is abducted? What was Adrien doing down in California? Could he have actually had a Zoom meeting with the court down in California? They do that. Did Adrien do that? I don't know. Again, I just found it very strange. We've got, at the time, Brandon's trying to say he's flying in. We have a screenshot. Not the exact time, because Brandon doesn't give any time. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to put puzzle pieces together because there's something missing, isn't there? You've got people saying that he was there months prior, but then you have Adrien in California and a court date days prior to Michael's abduction. Either there was a Zoom, or maybe he just went down there for a court hearing and came back. Again, how would he be able to afford that? Or did he go down there to take care of something else? The moving in part with Adrien is really starting to bother me, especially now that you have Adrien saying that he was brought there by a white boy and he was set up, and that they tried to kill him at the Wandra's house by carbon monoxide. I can't believe some of the stuff that he says when he is talking to Alexei. He talks about being set up to live at the Wandra's. Something else is going on. And to me, my mind, because I do love true crime, my mind's going crazy trying to figure this shit out. It is absolutely driving me crazy because something doesn't make sense. Something just does not make sense. Here is another clip talking about when Adrien's moving in.
Adrien was a quote unquote taxi ride that Sarah had taken the call. And when Adrien had called her, and this is what Sarah told me, that Adrien had called her and said that he was going through a hard time. He was staying in Caldwell behind some fucking some dumpster or whatever he claimed. And Sarah had asked me, so she goes, so I wanted to talk to you. She goes, I have this taxi customer that had called that, is going through a hard time, is down and out, and she goes, I wanted to talk to you about possibly helping out with a place to stay. And I told Sarah specifically, I said, you know how I feel about this. I said, yes, I don't have a problem helping somebody out. I said, but we have been burned on multiple accounts from helping people out. And I told Sarah that it was not a good idea. I did not feel good about it in my gut. But I told her, I was like, look, I said, you're going to do what you want to do. I'm not trying to argue.
Okay.
So if you bring him here, then bring him here.
Adrien come the same day that Michael was taken?
No, Adrien had come I think he was at our house for at least 2 months.
2 months before then?
And when did Adrien move in, approximately?
So there you have him telling Brandy 2 months before. Okay, so that's like May. Then you have him later on talking to Brandy. He actually also says, I just didn't have time to put it in the clip. But he also says April, May. And then you have the guy that me and Justin spoke with saying March, April.
It's like a year later, I want to say like June, early July.
And how did you guys come across him? Because he has an issue with, human trafficking.
Mm-hmm. I told you that this morning. So Sarah had called me for I was at home at the time. I don't know. This is in June or early July.
And then says June or early July.
Called me and said that, hey, I have a question for you. We need to talk. I have a taxi customer who called me asking if we would just help him out with a ride. He doesn't have any money at the time. But I'm really compelled to help him. He also doesn't have a place to live. He's staying behind a dumpster in Caldwell. Do you feel like we're in a position to help him out? My response to Sarah was this. I said, I do not feel comfortable. I said, our situation. You know that, yes, we do have a heart to help people. We love to help people. But we're not in a financial situation nor a physical ability to take on.
Good point, Shannon. Thank you so much for bringing that up. It very well could have been a Zoom because of COVID. Good point.
Somebody else's, problems. She then approached me and was like, well, I really feel like this is God's calling, again, the whole God thing. God wants me to help him. God's telling me we should help him. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Do what you want to do. I had told her specifically I was not okay with it. But being the person that she is and being the person I am, I suggested and told her that it wasn't okay. But she did it anyways, and as a result, he caused us problems.
Like what kind of problems? Besides,
apparently he was fucking her behind my back.
But this is just the same old story that we've always heard, that Adrien Lucienne comes and that they give all these different times of when he came and when he didn't come. Wish we could actually get the court documents to find out about his court hearing down in California. Not only myself, but several other women that I work with and many others, even from here in chat, have tried to find the court docs, cannot find them. Don't know. Maybe they're being blocked because they're used in Michael's case. I don't know. But Because they do that. If they're going to use the paperwork or documents or whatever for something, they could, seal it up. So I don't know if that's what's going on or not. But yeah, I believe Adrien was there for a long time. I'm just trying to figure out if he left Idaho and came back. And if he did, was that to go down to California? What is this that I added here?
So you will be tied up in the missing kids case with them.
Oh, so this is a conversation that I had with Jay that has to do with Adrien Lucienne, and I've played this before, but I thought it was fitting to play again during this live to just show you guys some of the other stuff that Adrien has said that once again points fingers to the fact that Adrien knows more than he's saying. He's running, he's hiding, he's being a chicken shit coward, and he needs to come talk to law enforcement.
I never thought you would be tied up in the missing kids case with the Watchers. He said sacrifice went wrong. This never happened before. But I'm the traitor.
Adrien says sacrifice went wrong. This never happened before. And then I have all of the receipts.
He told me about the Wanderers with Brandon and them. But he deleted the part where he said, y'all niggas trafficking kids. He deleted that. I'll screenshot it though, but he deleted it.
Y'all was trafficking kids?
Yeah.
So Jay is having a conversation on Instagram with Adrien. I'm on the phone with Jay at the time, and Jay is reading the messages as they're popping up. I'm trying to help him, with what questions to ask Adrien and everything else. Damn.
Yeah, he did say that. He deleted it.
But you got it in a screenshot?
Yeah.
And this is the screenshot. I would have never thought you got tied up with missing kids in a missing kids case with the Wanderers. And Adrien says sacrifice went wrong. This never happened before, but I'm the traitor. And this is with his Hickey McGuire again. And then sacrifice went wrong to me is Michael being murdered. And then he says, y'all traffic kids. He always talks in third person, like he's talking to Jay, like he thinks that it's somebody else reaching out to him, but it's not really his friend because he's all paranoid about stuff. But he says, y'all in traffic kids. And then says up above, you guys are paying them. Sorry, I'm just letting the clip run. And that was his picture taken in Indiana. And then Adrien says, who tried to kill who, huh, bro? We are on IG. We can't be talking like that. Shit, gang. I don't know. Bro, I wouldn't talk on this. Bro, people trying to set you up. For sure, like indictment. Shit hasn't. How did Adrien Lucienne get the mob on him? I'm just reading the highlighted stuff here. So he's talking about the mob now. Then says, let me get my passport. You probably shouldn't be talking to me. It's being monitored. So like I said, he gets paranoid about even having this conversation with Jay. Damn. use me as the fall guy. I'm not gonna tell if they leave me alone. I'm just trying to make clothes. They tried to use me as the scapegoat and got caught up. Damn. They tried to use me as a scapegoat. I got caught up. Damn. They thought I was the one pimping. Ha ha ha. The price went up. He talks about the price going up. Was this the price someone was willing to pay for Michael? Is that why things go wrong? Because one of the 4 suspects gets greedy and then the other people don't even want to mess around with them anymore? Then he says, the ends tried to kill Adrien. Again, talking about being set up, talking about people being after him. He mentions the mob. He's mentioning the price going up. He's talking about the Wanderers trafficking kids. For somebody that was just set up, that knows nothing, had never seen Michael before, he sure does have a lot of information. Just take just take care of my son when they kill me, gang. And he's telling his friend, like, take care of my son if something happens to me. And then again, this is just his Hickey McGuire account that I've already gone over. But definitely some new information being brought out, conversations that Adrien Lucienne is having with this Alexei guy, who's also related to Renee, who was taking care of all of the boys, including Adrien, at CSI College, or College Southern Idaho is what CSI stands for. And then Alexei is being accused of trying to kill Adrien. He is being accused of being the one that set him up, of talking with the Pope twins and setting Adrien up with them, and the Pope twins coming after him too. And is the white boy that brought Adrien to the Wanderer's house, who set him up and brought him to the Wanderer's house, is what he says, Brandon or Alexei? Because why does he say white boy while he's talking to Alexei? I don't understand that. And Alexei is from Jerome, Idaho. And we know that Brandon has been in Idaho for a long time. So is this one of Brandon's connections? Who knows? The puzzle pieces are here. We just need to keep finding information, keep talking about it, and maybe, just maybe, something will help. Somebody out there knows something. Michael Vaughan was abducted July 27th of 2021. The 4 suspects, named suspects, are Stacy Wandra, Sarah Wandra, Adrien Lucienne, and Brandon Shurtleff. If you have any information, please contact Fruitland Police Tip Line at 208-642-6006. Stacy Wandra has been arrested and is being charged with first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence. It's a fact. It's also a fact that the district attorney says he's going after all the suspects mentioned in Michael Vaughan's case. We know that Fruitland Police put out before that there could be others connected to Michael's abduction. And now we definitely see how that could be. There are people chasing Adrien. He is scared. He has been running scared for a long time. And these bad people want him dead for a reason. What's that reason? What information does Adrien Lucienne hold? And why is Adrien so scared? He wants to claim that he was set up. I call him BS on that right now. Somebody out there knows something. Adrien always starts to feel guilty. That's why he came into my Michael Vaughan Case Revisited Facebook group and posted the little heart. That's why he got up on his TikTok and started posting all of his information about Alexei and saying things to us bloggers or us YouTubers, like, stop putting my name out there if you guys ain't got all the facts. I'm the one who has the proof. He, in some way, shape, or form, really wants to get that truth out there, but he's such a chicken shit, he won't go in and talk to law enforcement. He refuses to talk to Brandy. Why? Law enforcement's coming after him either way. So, Adrien, if you're out there, we know you're feeling bad about something because you're constantly reaching out to people. You message people back. You tell everybody you were set up. Whether you were, whether you weren't, wasn't, whatever. But you say you have proof, so show us the proof. Show law enforcement the proof. Look at Michael's face. He was 5 years old. He has 2 sisters and a brother, a mom, a dad, grandparents, aunties, and uncles that love him and miss him. They want Michael to come home. And he isn't coming home the way they want him to come home. When Michael is found, they're going to be putting Michael to rest. And Michael will be found, Adrien. If you think that you being quiet, and if you really were set up, and they brought you to the Wanderer's house to set you up, how do you think this is going to go once other people start getting arrested? If you were set up, aren't they just going to keep throwing you under the bus for what they say you did? Just come forward. Michael deserves justice. Your mom is up in heaven. You loved her very much. I know you did. I know shit has gone wrong since she's been gone. And you're wandering around this world like, oh my God, look at my life right now. Well, you could actually do good. You could actually do some good and make your mother proud by coming forward and talking to law enforcement. These people that want to come after you, that are coming after you, well, you can run and you can hide. But just like being arrested down in Indiana in October, people are going to find out where you are. Always. You're not going to be able to keep running and hiding. There's a reason why they want you gone. Turn yourself in. Let law enforcement protect you, even though you don't deserve to be protected. If anybody has any information about Adrien Lucienne, where he's at, what he's doing, if he's going to school, working, if he's filled out a job application, if you've seen him at a bus stop, anything at all, please call law enforcement 208-642-6006 or email findmichael@fruitland.org. If you have any information about Stacy Wandra and his involvement in the abduction of Michael or the murder of Michael, please contact law enforcement. The same for Sarah, the same for Brandon. These suspects are known suspects. They all have knowledge. They all have done something. And they all deserve to pay for what they've done. We are Monkey's Army. We're never going to give up. All 4 of you will be arrested. More information will be coming soon. I'll be talking about the Pope twins, who they are, where they come from, and they're awful, awful people. And all 4 of the suspects knew the Pope twins. All 4 of the suspects. Please call the tip line 208-642-6006. Please share Monkey's face, share his story, share that one of the suspects has been arrested, share what the DA has put out that all 4 suspects will be arrested, share any of the lives, share any of the shorts. Keep sharing Michael. It's so very important, especially now that one of the suspects has been arrested, to keep sharing his beautiful face, keep telling his story, keep bringing awareness for Michael. We're not going anywhere. I will be here until all 4 of them are put behind bars. I know Michael's mom and dad and family are never going to stop. Keep praying for the family and the difficult times they will be going through as the court proceedings start at the beginning of March. There is a hearing on the 2nd, and then the hearing for Stacy the 3rd through the 6th. So we'll be here at the beginning of March, and I'll be here again soon talking about Pope twins and any other information that I can find. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my spur of the moment lives. If any new information comes out, I'll definitely be coming back and talking about it. I just want Michael home. I want the Vaughan family to get some kind of rest, knowing that Michael is home, being laid to rest, so that question of where is he can go away. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm going to just look through chat real quick. Northern Idaho, so close to Michigan. Who said something about Michigan? Good to see you, Aggie. My heartfelt condolences, hugs. Miss my mama also, though I live on her. We love you, wood chipper. No monkey, no peace, bring Michael home. Exactly. Brandy says, I hope he is scared out of his mind. I hope they all realize they are not going to get away with this. Michael Joseph Vaughan is my son. You had no right. Give me back my son. I'm going to read that again. I hope he is scared out of his mind. She's talking to you, Adrien. I hope they all realize they are not going to get away with this. Michael Joseph Vaughan is my son. You had no right. Give me back my son. We know that there are suspects that know exactly where Michael Vaughan is, where they moved him to. From the Wanderer's backyard, Michael was moved. Fruitland police have said that there was evidence to prove that Michael was in the backyard and later moved. Suspects know exactly where he is, and it is time to give Brandy back her son. How can you even live with yourself knowing that you could bring an end to it all by telling law enforcement or Brandy where Michael is? It's so disturbing that you all think you're going to get away with this. Stacey Wandra has been arrested and charged, and he still thinks he's going to get away with this. It's just a catwalk, and he's going to get away with it. By the way, I do not know. I have to find it real quick. Bear with me for just a second, because I found a clip, and yeah. And then I did a short with it. Hold on one second. And I want to share it. I'll share it with all of you guys here. Okay. Now let me share my screen. So Stacey Wandra heard audio tapes of what Sarah had told other people about Stacey and what happened. So here we go. We're going to share. I'm going to blow this up. Listen to Stacey.
When they did the interview with my lawyer, they literally played a bunch of video clips, or video audio clips of people that the detectives talked to, like Sarah's foster mom and all this other shit. And Sarah's foster mom was even like, oh, well, Sarah mentioned Stacey did this and Stacey did that. But it's just hearsay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, there's nothing concrete. There's nothing, and there won't be. They don't have it.
Interview. I thought Stacey was interrogated to the point of a false confession. And did Stacey's interview come after Sarah having already said something? Listen again.
When they did the interview with me with my lawyer, they literally played a bunch of video clips, or video audio clips of people that the detectives talked to, like Sarah's foster mom and all this other shit. And Sarah's foster mom was even like, oh, well, Sarah mentioned to me that Stacey did this and Stacey did that. But it's just hearsay.
Did anywhere in that, did you guys hear Stacey Wandra refuting the fact that he or anybody that he knew didn't do something to Michael? He's not even denying it. He's saying that he saw or heard audio tapes of Sarah telling people what Stacey did, what Stacey saw, or whatever it said, and he's not even denying it. He's not even denying it. It's just hearsay. He doesn't even care anymore to refute any of it. He just thinks he's going to get away with it all because it's just hearsay. And I think when he says something about foster mom, I'm actually wondering if he's talking about Kimmy, who is Sarah's like prison mom, but I'm not sure. I was actually going to reach out to her to find out. Thank you guys so much for all of the prayers and all of your support for Monkey. I know the Vaughan family really appreciate it, and I appreciate you all coming. I know it's been a while since I've been here. We will never stop. Adrien, Stacey, Brandon, and Sarah. Never. No, Mrs. T, we won't. Oh. So Shannon asked Adrian's last location. Where did Michigan come in? Did someone say that he was in Michigan? I'm just curious because I haven't heard anything about Michigan. And I've been keeping a really close eye. Oh, he filed it and then he didn't finish the paperwork in time and then it got dismissed. None of us YouTubers have gotten any information at all by court for the lawsuit that he said he was going to file all of us. And then he would have to take us all to court to prove that what we said was a lie anyway. And I don't think Stacey wants to do that. Yeah, it's not hearsay from the Fruitland PD. Just reading through comments. Kelly, good to see you, hun. I don't know how long you've been here. He was in jail when she was picked up, so they didn't have any time to get their story straight. So it's not hearsay. She's like, sorry. Hey, everyone. She's like coming in right when I was playing that. Mixborn, thank you so much for being here. Yeah. It is absolutely crazy that Stacey can hear all of that audio and then sit there and tell somebody like it doesn't matter. It's hearsay. He's not even denying anything that he did. It made me sick to my stomach. Okay. It's so strange and unusual. Yeah, that these suspects think that they are just going to keep going, keep living their lives, that nothing's going to happen. You know, Stacey and Sarah are still to this day, still talking through Kay, which is Sarah's mom. Even though Kay knows Stacey has been arrested and is being charged with first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence, she is still passing messages from Stacey to Sarah and Sarah to Stacey. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Kay, why? Why would you keep doing it? You know what Stacey's done. You know what Sarah's involvement was. I know you know. And you're still passing messages. How dare you? Like, be a real mom and actually, you know, not do those kinds of things. Be a real mom and tell law enforcement what you know, what Sarah told you. Because Sarah has told people things that Stacey did. I've heard it with my own ears. Sarah was quite upset in days after, or the day that Michael was abducted. She was super upset, crying, blowing up people's phones, telling people what she saw. Oh yeah, there's so much more to that, and hopefully I will be able to share everything with you guys as soon as I get all my information put together and permission. Yeah, that cuckoo crazy thinks that she's gonna get them off. Yeah. No, we are not a bunch of imbeciles. Kelly Dine, thank God we are not a bunch of imbeciles. Right? Yeah, and according to the affidavit and what law enforcement wrote in the affidavit, Kay lied about the tricycle too. She is playing games, and she's still doing it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just fed up. I know the Vaughan family's just done. They want this done, over with. Let's go. Let's get justice. Let's find Monkey. Why wouldn't they be? They're so ready to, you know, move on with the rest of their lives. They've got 3 more babies to raise and take care of. Well, Blue's not a baby anymore, but still, Oh, and don't forget our favorite creator as well that speaks to lard ass every single day. Oh, yeah, can't forget her. Cannot forgive her. The person that spreads more misinformation in Michael Vaughan's case. The person that spins every single thing that anybody says, including law enforcement's words, and spins them into her own narrative. I know she has used my name multiple times in her life, thinking that it's going to bother me. It doesn't bother me. I have dealt with way worse in Kyron Horman's case. She does speak to Stacy every day. She's even told Stacy she's going to go to court. She even said in one of her lives she's going to go to Stacy's court hearing. She has been asked by suspects to talk to their parents. Some of the moms don't want anything to. I know that Stacy's mom doesn't want anything to do with her because she thinks she's pure evil. The only one that will talk to her is Kay, and that, you know, and she keeps trying to convince Stacy that law enforcement is corrupt. You're gonna get off, and it's just all so laughable. It's laughable in the fact that even she thinks that Stacy's going to get off and that she is using whatever power she thinks she holds over Stacy to convince him of this, just so that she can have a foot in the door about the information. You know, information that's going on, things that are being filed and everything else. But the funny part about it all is she's listening to one of the biggest liars, and she's listening to suspects in a murdered and abducted child's case. So let that, you know, speak for itself. I'm just going through more. Oh, God. I am so sorry, Brandy. Yeah, she just said that she was going to be there in March. Yay me. Well, 3 days, huh? From the 3rd to the 6th. That's telling why. Yeah. Why is she so bound and determined to go after parents of a missing child instead of the actual real suspects? That she's willing to die on that hill for them. Yeah, I don't know. Spread the rumors and everything else coming from the biggest liar ever. And why? Why come down here? Why go from Texas to Idaho to a court hearing? I'm wondering if the court hearing will be televised or on the news or anything. She said the other night she'd rather stand on that hill with egg on her face. Oh my God. What did I miss from the other night? I didn't even know. Now I'm going to go have to poke around, I guess. I swear the only views that she gets is from all of us poking around. That's what's really funny. And she keeps on going on other people's channels and everything else because she's trying to get other people to come over to her channel, get new subscribers now that she's changed her name. I refuse to say it on here, so. Yeah. But anyway, I'm so far behind in all these cases. I'm trying to catch up. Julia, thank you for being here. Hope you're all doing well. She also said that she would eat crow if she were wrong. So how does she take her crow, baked or fried? She probably eats her crow raw. She's just that evil, in my opinion. Callie, send me a link of whatever she did recently because I don't know of it and I want to check it out. Oh, kind of want to go to her live and call her out. There'll be a day and time. Someday, sometime, I think that she will be called out. Oh. Oh God. Oh, she's with this creator now. I'll send it to you. But he's in Canada and she's going up on his panel and spreading her usual. Oh, yay. I'll send it to you, Shannon. We're all just sitting here talking smack. Hey, you guys, don't make me look like a drama channel. I don't do that here. Oh, goodness. I don't watch her. I don't listen to her. Trying to get back to your comment. In fact, I don't even think about her. She means nothing. Well, good for you. I listen every now and then. I don't comment. I just sit there like a fly on the wall. I do too. I have so much shit to say. We'll have to save it for another time, right? Wink, wink. We already know all the in and outs, right? Yep, don't stoop to her level. I know. We're not. It isn't worth it. I know. I take pride in my channel, and that's one of the reasons why so many people love it here is because just no drama. Laugh out sound. Laugh out loud, Sam. You're a million times better than she could ever hope to be. Thank you so much for that. Yep, I'm going to save it for the right time. That's for sure. That is for sure. Brandy says, thank you all so much for your kind words, love and support. It's going to be a long, hard road, and we are going to fight to find Michael no matter what. Justice is coming. I love you. I love you so much, Brandy. I love you too, sissies, for being here. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Share Michael. I don't mind being petty every now and then either. I'll admit it. The truth is the truth. I have met some pretty terrific women. I really have. And Brandy, you are one of them. My moderators, Shannon, oh my God, Wood Chipper, there's just so many people want to help. I constantly emails, constantly getting just anything and everything you can possibly imagine. People want to send me and say, hey, maybe you can use this. Hey, maybe this goes with something. And I appreciate it all so much. That's why we are Michael's Army, because we are all here to help the Vaughan family, to help find justice that Michael deserves. And Chuck's granddaughter just gifted 1 Missing PNW membership, so please thank her. Thank you so very much for that. If you have received it, you guys are all so kind. I just love you guys. It was so nice to be back. Just so nice to be here, seeing everybody. I wonder why sometimes I need to just kick back and do what I do. But hey, Ink, what's up? Oh my gosh, good to see you. But sometimes I have to take that break. I have to do my research. I have to reach out to people. I have to find information. I need these lives to have content and not just any other, live. It's got to be real. It's got to be interesting for everybody. I prefer new information, but sometimes we go over the old too. And there was a lot of really good information in this live, things I have never heard Adrien say. One being that he was set up and brought to the Wanderers on purpose. And it won't get out of the back of my head that Adrien is saying he was brought to the Wanderers by a white boy who says, yeah, we are better than that, and we do not protect child abductors and murders. Never will we ever. No. What you guys are going through and the court hearings that you guys have, Brandy, to go through, it's so heartbreaking. And I just really hope you are feeling better by court in March. I hope the doctors figure out everything. And, I know everybody in here is going to be praying for you to start feeling better. And we're all praying for Monkey all the time. And, hopefully we can get through this Stacy stuff quickly, move on to more suspects, arrest more suspects. I pray for that for you guys all the time. Let's just get this done and over with quickly. Sometimes law enforcement and district attorneys and attorneys don't work as quickly as we would like them, but I do pray for, justice for Michael. Things be done quickly. It's time. I know I get so frustrated. I can't even imagine how frustrated you guys are. I'm just going through chat a little bit. Sammy, do such a great job. It is also a great show every time you come on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I swear I have the best chat ever. The best chat ever. Thank you guys so much for being here for Michael and the Vaughan family. I'm going to just throw up this banner one more time. If you have any information about Michael Vaughan, his abduction on July 27th of 2021, or any of the suspects, Stacy Wander, Sarah Wander, Adrien Lucienne, or Brandon Shirtliff, Stacy Wander has been arrested. He is being charged with first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence. If you have any information, if you've heard anything out there on the streets of Idaho or anywhere else, or you know where Brandon is or Adrien is, or anything you think may possibly help Michael's case, please call the tip line in Fruitland, 208-642-6006, or email findmichael@fruitland.org. No tip is too big or too small. You can remain anonymous. There is a reward for any information leading to the recovery of Michael Vaughan. It's over $52,000. You have something that's on your chest that you need to get off your chest. Now's the time to do it. Just call that tip line, 208-642-6006, or email findmichael@fruitland.org. Brandy, thank you so much for being here tonight. I love it when you're here. I know that everybody in chat loves it when you're here, and we understand that you cannot always be here. I know you're always listening, but everybody loves to wish you, lots of prayers and loves, and just, get a chance to just say, hey, we love you, Brandy. We love the Vaughan family. Send all the kids my love. I heard that Blue may be coming over to Portland to go to school, and I'm super stoked about it because that means I can be there for her if I need to be, because I'm right here in Vancouver, a hop, skip, and jump away from Portland, Oregon. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here now, and I'm going to play this little song with pictures of Michael on the way out. Thanks again, everybody, for coming. I love you guys. Be back sooner than I was last time. Good night.